Hi, so for my science cooking project, I'm going to be doing a bunch of recipes, and this is my first one. So I'm doing pasta, and so basically the first thing you have to do is take a pot and put some water in it, and then put it on the stove, and then turn the stove on, and then that'll start to boil it. And while it's heating up, I like to put in olive oil, and what this does is it makes it so that the pasta doesn't stick together. And I also like to put salt in there so that the water can boil faster. So when boiling the water, it's heated to such a temperature that its vapor pressure is above the surroundings, such as air pressure. And when the water starts boiling, bubbles will form at the top of the liquid, so that's when you know it's boiling. And then once the bubbles are forming and you know it's boiling, you can put in some spaghetti and just put it in there. I'm just using box spaghetti. And then keep that in there for about 11 minutes. You can set a timer and you can keep stirring like every 5 minutes or so. And then after that, once it's been 11 minutes, you can take one of the pasta noodles out and throw it against the wall. And if it sticks to the wall, then that means it's ready. And if you throw it against the wall and it falls, then that means it's not ready. So then after that, once it's ready, you're just going to take the pot of water and pasta and you can pour it into the strainer. And what this does is it takes the water out of the pasta, so that's just pasta, and make sure to do it at the sink. And then you can just move it around so that all the water comes out. And then once it's just pasta in here, you can put it back into the pot, and then so that it's just cooked pasta in the pot. And what I like to do is I like to add a little bit of butter to the pasta and just mix it around, and that makes it extra flavorful. So, and that's my first recipe. Okay, so my next recipe might sound like weird, but I love to eat it with my pasta, and it's hash browns. So basically this is really, really easy to make. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a large non-stick pan, and you're just gonna put a bit of butter in there and melt it into the pan. And then you're gonna take some olive oil and just put that in the pan, and then this is what you're gonna use to saute or fry the hash browns. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna, what's it called?
Shred.
So what you're doing.
Grater.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna shred the potato, and this is what it is gonna look like. And I just use a cheese grater for this to shred the potatoes. So you're just gonna do that. That's gonna be your hash brown. So then once this gets really, really hot, you wanna make sure it's really hot and bubbling, because if it's not hot, the hash browns are not gonna fry. So then once it's really hot, you're gonna put it into there. But before you do that, I like to put a little bit of salt and pepper to season it and to make it like really yummy. And then you're just gonna put it in the pan, and you're gonna fry that. And basically you're gonna like make it into a pancake and shape it, and it sticks together. So you're just gonna make it like a pancake, and then just put that in and keep flipping it over, and then it's done. And you can add ketchup if you want. Frying is a very distinct way to cook food. There's not really any other way to cook hash browns without frying. And frying is basically when food is added to hot oil, which is usually 350 Fahrenheit to 375 Fahrenheit, and its surface dehydrates. Meanwhile, a series of Maillard reactions, and this is named after chemist Louis Camille Maillard, and the sugar and protein break down to create an amazing flavor with a golden brown coloring. So that was my third recipe, and now I'm going to be showing you the fourth recipe. So my last recipe is really easy to make, and it's so delicious, and it's sauteed spinach, and it's super duper easy. So what you're going to do is you're going to take some olive oil, and you're just going to put it in a pan on medium heat, and you're going to wait till it gets really hot and bubbly. And then once it's really hot, you can put some spinach in there, and you're just going to mix that around for about 5 minutes. And then you're going to take some garlic salt, and you're going to put that in there. You're just going to season it a little bit, and then mix that around again and wait 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes, I like to take some red wine and just put it in there for extra flavor, and then mix that around, and then remove the spinach from heat, And then once it's on a plate and ready, I like to put a bit of Parmesan and sprinkle that on top. And yeah, that's basically the recipe for that. And when you're sauteing the spinach, it is a form of heat transfer and heat energy.